Have you finally recovered from the Disney Dreamlight Valley showcase? I think I'm just about there, but if you haven't quite yet, it is now time to put your sensible hat on and start thinking about what is coming in the new update and what you need to be doing to get prepared. Following the showcase, we know that December 5th is going to be a momentous day for Disney Dreamlight Valley players, with a free content update which includes multiplayer and also the release of the first paid expansion, A Rift in Time. We officially have just under a month to wait, so we need to put this time to good use. If you're now pulling your hair out thinking, I don't know where to start, have no fear because I've got you covered. Please feel free to share with the class what you're doing to get prepared for the update and the expansion in the comments. And whilst you're there, don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe. But without further ado, here is everything I'm currently doing. The first thing that I want to talk about is important for a number of reasons, and this is stockpiling resources. With the introduction of the Valleyverse, aka multiplayer, we are now going to be able to trade resources and cooked food with our friends, basically anything that is droppable. So what better way to help your friends out than by trading some resources with them that they may need? So make sure that you are picking up those sticks, mining those mining spots, or why not get in the kitchen and bake them some cookies? I mean, that's what a good host would do, right? And I'm sure they will store well in your storage chest and won't go stale before the update. Also, make sure that you are collecting things from Remy's garden, the Beast Flower Shrine, Kristoff's cart, and Moana's fishing boat, and make sure you're keeping them ready. I always forget to do these things, so make sure you are. Stockpiling resources may also come in handy for new quests, new craftable items, so really don't shy away from this. From the Rift of Time trailer, we do know that there will be new resources in that world, but I imagine some of the resources from the valley may carry over, so it's definitely worth being prepared just in case. For number 2, this is your public service announcement to make sure that you are doing your dream snaps to get those moonstones. If you've not been doing your dream snaps and saving up those moonstones, do not panic, you still have time to get your hands on some. You will need moonstones to unlock the new premium star path, which costs 2,500 moonstones. We know that this is going to be winter themed, and we've already seen a sneak peek at some of the items, including the ice rink and Belle's winter outfit. I'm just in love with the ice rink, it's so cute. So just remember, when you are spiraling doing your dream snap, just think of the ice rink. Do it for the ice rink. You'll also need moonstones for any potentially new items that are in the premium shop. In the most recent update, we have seen lots of new things added to the catalogue, so I don't expect this to be any different. Also, do not forget though, if you already own a version of this game, as a founder, we will all be receiving 2,500 moonstones, so hopefully this will be a big help towards some of those new items. Just like moonstones, you may also need some gold, so now is a good time to get that pumpkin farming back in action. New updates generally mean new items in the store. I know for certain my Scrooge shop is very empty at the moment, so I'll be glad of some new clothing items. But I'm pretty sure we are going to get lots of new things to spend our money on, furniture, clothing, all sorts. We do not know for sure what currency will work in the Rift of Time area. Hopefully it will also be gold, because we know from the showcase that there will be another Chez Remy and other Scrooges, so potentially this means double gold expenditure, not to mention the expansions and upgrades on those shops as well. If it does end up being the case that there is a whole new currency in this area, then at least we'll be old school pumpkin rich in our original valley. The next thing you may need to grind and save for is Dreamlight. Unless you have a huge stockpile already, then I think you might be good. But the free content update, we are obviously getting Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas, so you need to make sure that you have enough to unlock his realm. With the Rift in Time expansion, there is also the potential that we will require Dreamlight to unlock the 3 new characters, so I would definitely recommend having a good amount saved. Obviously, I'm just kind of surmising here as to what format the new area will take. It might be the potential that the characters are already in the valley or in the area, or we might have to unlock them. We don't know yet for sure, but make sure you have some saved just in case. The best way to get Dreamlight is obviously to grind through all of the daily duties. Some of these take literally seconds, and if you pick them wisely, you can progress pretty quickly. If you've been playing the game for a long time now, also do not forget to check your stretch goals, because I bet there is 1 or 2 in there that are nearly completed and may just give you some juicy Dreamlight rewards. In at number 5, if your valley is looking a little bit bare, why not take this time to decorate? I am currently in a stage of panic as my valley is definitely not fit for visitors right now. And if this is you too, then maybe it's time to take some time, get some cute areas together, maybe focus on a biome. I'm just trying to be realistic because I don't want to say you've got a month, you need to finish your whole valley, because you don't at all. Maybe just some nice little areas so that when your friends come over, they can get some inspiration and admire your handiwork. With the Valleyverse, it also means that there'll be valley tours, biome tours, build design ideas. This is something that I am definitely excited to start doing on the channel, so watch this space for how to submit your builds for future videos. Also, having cute decorated areas means that there is potential to take some even cuter photos with your friends because you want to make sure that backdrop looks good. The next thing I want to talk about kind of goes hand in hand with decorating, and this is taking inventory. So what I mean by this is, if you've been playing since the game first started, maybe you've expanded your house lots, maybe you've done lots of different tiny little builds for Dreamsnap specifically, it might be a good time to maybe have a little bit of a cleanup, take stock of what you've done, and if you're not happy with anything, then maybe it's time to tear it down, save it for a future build in the new realm, or save it for a future Dreamsnap. Just maybe have a look, assess everything, and maybe think about what you want, but what you don't want. But word of warning, do not tear down everything. I've been there, I've done it, I've made regrets. I have regrets, serious regrets. I did this before an update. I literally tore down my whole valley because I'd hit the item limit, and then the next day, boom, item limit increased for PC players, and I was so upset. Honestly, I'm still not fully recovered, so maybe just have a look around, see what you want to keep or what you don't want to keep, something that you're not too happy with, because that furniture may come in handy later down the line. Number 7 is definitely more of a specific tip towards those Rift in Time players, the ones that are going to purchase the expansion and they know they're going to do this. And this one I was a bit on the fence about, because I was going to suggest reorganizing your storage, making sure that you have space for potentially new items and resources. But word of warning, we honestly aren't sure if we're going to be able to bring back the new crops, the new resources from the new area. But I do think that there is a very strong possibility that furniture will carry over, because that just makes sense. What would you be decorating with if you couldn't take your furniture from your old valley to your new one? So I hope this is the case. And if this is the case, there is something you can do to get prepared, and that is crafting some chests ahead of time, so that when it comes to the unlocking of the new area, you can just chuck them down, you're good to go, you don't have to worry about your inventory filling up too much, you can just run back to your chests. I think that that is definitely something that I would love to have ahead of time, ready to go. In at number 8, we're going to talk about one of my biggest conundrums in the game, and that is where to put houses. We've got time, we know who's kind of coming, we kind-of-ish know what the houses might look like, so now it's time to have a think about where you want to put them. If you're not planning on purchasing the update, you can now have a think about where you want to put Jack Skellington's house. Obviously, we aren't quite sure how his house will look yet, but if it does look how it does in the films, then I think it would be perfect for the Forgotten Lands. If you are purchasing the expansion, then the world will be your oyster. We obviously have 3 new villagers coming, so you can have a think about if you want to incorporate their houses into your old valley or current valley or not. It also gives you the power to banish some. I know a lot of people have been saying that they will banish Vanellope or move Wally to be with Eve, which I think is just such a cute idea. Also, do not forget, as a founder, we are going to be getting the adorable cottage for free. So I think about where you might want to put that. I already have a plan for it. I think I know what direction I'm going to go for it. So yeah, very exciting. Think about your houses, guys. The next thing I wanted to talk about is stop picking your night thorns. I'm kind of guilty of this anyway because I'm quite lazy when it comes to night thorns, and maybe that's why it's never been so much of an issue for me, particularly when it comes to new star paths. Pretty much always there's been at least 1, maybe 2 quests to pick night thorns, and you also get daily duties which sometimes can form part of the star path as well. So it's good to have a nice little stockpile of night thorns there so that when you get this quest come up, you can just go, you can just bang it out of the park super quick. If you're lazy like me, then this definitely just comes naturally because they're there anyway. But if you're someone who has like a very clean valley, it might be a good time, or at least maybe 1-2 weeks before the update, to stop picking them or slow down picking them. For number 10, I'm going to call myself out here. And that is because I haven't finished my outstanding quests. I still have a couple left to go, and I know I need to do them, and my plan is to do them before the update. I say that maybe you should do this before the update because there's going to be new things coming, and you don't want to be overwhelmed having like 10 quests sat there, not knowing what one to do, not knowing which one to prioritize. So have a nice clean slate going into the update, and you'll feel a lot less overwhelmed when there is all this new content that is being thrown at you and you don't know which corner to look at. Honestly, I think it's definitely a smart idea. Maybe even more important than decorating your valley is finishing your outstanding quests, and also you might get some cute items from them as well. This next thing definitely ties in with the previous tip, and that is to spend time with the characters in your current valley. Leveling up your characters, unlocking their quests definitely takes some time, and with the new update we are definitely going to have 1 new character, but if you buy the expansion that's potentially 4 in total, and to have to focus on their quests, leveling them up, that's going to be a lot of work. So when you're harvesting your pumpkins, make sure you have your companion at the ready, or maybe make sure that you are gifting them items. Obviously, it's not a requirement to have your characters at level 10, but it will help with having less quests outstanding, and also you get cute items, so definitely worth it in my opinion. In at number 12, don't forget to craft some potions. This is something that I always forget to do when grinding through my star path, but when it came to the last star path, it definitely helped me complete it. So I do recommend having some ready for that winter star path. It may just help you progress that little bit quicker. From what I've seen so far, I'm not sure if we'll be able to use these potions on the Isle of Eternity because the scepter seems to act a bit like a multi-tool. It opened a chest and took out some rocks as well. However, we have seen a watering can being used, so we'll have to wait and see if they do work. In at number 13, this is your sign to get in the kitchen and get cooking. If you haven't already, I definitely recommend starting work on unlocking some, if not all, of your recipes. Not only will you be able to give recipes to your friends or cooked foods to your friends, but with new characters also means that they'll have new favorite recipes, new items that they like, and some may even be required for future quests. Also, if you're purchasing the expansion, it is likely that we will get new recipes to put those new crops to good use, so you don't want to be worrying about completing and finding old recipes when you could be chowing down on the new stuff. So really, now is a good time to visit Remy, make sure you have all of those recipes unlocked. If you haven't already, I definitely forgot to do this and I had to do it last night on stream, but make sure that you are collecting and redeeming the cute free codes that are available now as part of the kind of showcase. We don't know how long they'll last, so go ahead, do it now if you haven't already, and you can get a cute backpack, a headband, some balloon items. So adorable. All of the codes should be on the screen now for you, so if you haven't already claimed them, you can now. And finally, I just wanted to talk about the implications that this update is going to have on community. With the introduction of multiplayer, we are going to see this move from very much a kind of single player game that you can just log on willy-nilly, just enjoy it by yourself, to something that is more community based. And with the trading, the Valleyverse, the tours, the games, this means that you're going to need now more than ever to find your community. If you're struggling and you currently play solo, you don't really have any friends that are kind of playing and enjoying the game, I would definitely recommend trying to find some people that you can get involved with, that you can enjoy those new aspects with. If you want to, I will put the link in the description to my Discord. We have a dedicated Dreamlight Valley section, which come the update, we're going to have tradable sections. There's areas in there where you can get some help with your dream snaps, get other players' opinions on it as well. It's just a really nice way to help one another, and we'll be able to come and visit each other's valleys, which is very, very exciting. So I definitely recommend finding your people, finding your community, getting involved, and so you can really enjoy the whole kind of experience. So there we have it. There are my tips and tricks for the upcoming update. It is a big one, so don't feel stressed. I hope that is not what's happened. I hope you're not panicking now because of everything that I've said and it feels like there's a lot to do. You have time, do not worry. I just wanted to get this video out there nice and early to make sure that you know you've got time, you can enjoy the game still, you're not stressing, running around like a headless chicken. You've got time, don't panic. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed these. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing to prepare. I would love to hear them. And I shall see you again soon with more DDV content, hopefully. Bye bye.